Hi, it's Hannah, and today we're going to be making a centerpiece or a table-scape with a rusty truck. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to need is a truck, and I found mine at the thrift store, but there is still a sticker on the bottom, and it was purchased at the 99-cent store for $4.99. I used hunter green acrylic paint from Delta, white acrylic paint, beacon glue, spray glue from the Dollar Tree, 4 different bottle brush trees from the Dollar Tree, hot glue and a sign from the Dollar Tree, and some Epsom salts. The first thing that I do is I remove the jute that they used as a hanger, and it had some staples in the back, and I removed those as well. And I found this cute snowman in my stash, and I added that as well. This truck looked like it had been painted before, and you could see through the white paint, and it looked pink, and I didn't like the way that it looked, so I took white acrylic paint and I went all around the truck where it had already been painted white, and I added more white paint so that it looked more like snow and not just dots of white paint, and it looked pink. And then I added some to the top of the truck where snow might fall, and I just added it in wherever I thought a stranded truck would collect snow. If it was stranded on a road trying to bring home the Christmas tree. I even did the bottom of the tires so that it looked like it was stuck in the snow. And the windshield looked like this when I purchased it, so I just went around the windows and the windshield with a little bit more white paint, and I added some to the tree as well. And the next thing that I did is I painted the back side of the sign with one coat of the Delta Hunter Green paint and allowed it to dry. And once it's dry, I used Beacon spray glue from the Dollar Tree, and I really give it a good mist. I make sure that the whole entire back of this sign on the green side is completely saturated. And from there, I add a light layer of the Epsom salts, and I just kind of tap it off, and then I spray it again with glue, and I add more Epsom salts, and between every layer of Epsom salts that I add, I spray it really well with the Beacon brand glue. I use 2 bottles of it. And here you see me adding the Epsom salts, but what you didn't see is before that, I sprayed it down with glue. And by the time I'm finished, this is going to be thick, and all of the glue, all of the Epsom salts are going to be moistened with the glue. You'll be able to see as I'm patting it down how the glue is so wet that it's coming through all of the Epsom salts. And here I am adding another layer of glue, and I'm going to add, and you can see I'm really saturating it. And this is what I do each time before I add more Epsom salts. And then you're going to really look like you're getting a good build up of snow and snow drifts, and it really looks like deep snow. I love the way that the Epsom salts look. And I dried this a little bit with my heat gun, but it will dry on its own overnight. But you need to work with it while it's still a little bit damp in order for the things that you put on it to stay. And I start with putting the truck in the middle. And if you can't find a truck, you can use a snowman, a sleigh, a Santa, whatever suits you to put in the center of your centerpiece. And I added the rusty truck with the tree in the back, and I added 4 bottlebrush trees, and then I found a place for the snowman, and I wanted it to look like there had been a road there, so I didn't want too much obstruction in front of the truck. So wherever I put a tree, I just used the cap off of the glue that I had, and I would scrape the salt away all the way down to the dry paint, and then I would add hot glue to the bottom of the tree and apply it to the board, and that way it's not trying to stick on the Epsom salts, which I don't think it would stick anyway, but this stays very well this way. I just leave a little marker by turning it a little bit, and then I push the Epsom salts to the side, and then I fill the little well with hot glue, and I add the tree in and turn it a bit so that it's firmly seated in the glue. And then I do the same thing with the snowman. And once I'm finished with the snowman, I do the very same thing with the last tree. And I am really loving the way this is turning out. It's so cute. It is really like a winter farmhouse Christmas scene, and it looks like the truck has been stranded in the snow and that snow has piled up on it, and I'm just loving the way that it looks. And I decided to go around all of the white paint on the truck with just a bead of hot glue and add Epsom salts to the paint so that it gives it a more realistic look and it's cohesive. All the snow looks the same, and I did the same thing on the patch on the top of the truck, on the hood of the truck, and then I went all around the exterior of the truck, and I added a bead of hot glue and just tossed on some Epsom salts all the way around the whole truck wherever there was any paint. And this made a difference in the overall look. I really loved the way that this turned out because all of the snow looked the same on the whole piece. And anywhere that you have loose Epsom salts on your piece, either brush it off, wait till it's completely dry and brush it off, or go over it with another layer of the glue to make sure that all of the Epsom salts are completely saturated in the glue. And if you do this, the Epsom salts will turn into the most beautiful snow, and it will dry rock hard, and it will be a piece that you can use from one year to the next, and so inexpensively. It cost about $10 to make this whole table-scape, and as you can see, this is the back of it, and it looks just as beautiful from the back as it does in the front. So it's absolutely perfect for a centerpiece on a table. It looks beautiful from the sides, it looks beautiful from the front, and it looks beautiful from the back. I'm so pleased with the way that this turned out. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it, and I hope this inspires you to make something beautiful, and I will see you next time.